After joining Germany's Borussia Dortmund in August, boy wonder Sancho wants to prove to youngsters back home that the football world is bigger than just England. Sancho's £10 million move from Manchester City was the biggest of all the deals that saw English kids join foreign clubs last summer. And his historic and eye-catching start only helped underline why he is rated as one of the best teenage talents in Europe. "I just want to show other young kids growing up that it is not about just staying in England, getting loans. Explore," he urged. "If you want to play, you have to do what you've got to do. Make sacrifices." Sancho left behind Man City because he wanted first-team action. Image, Manchester Evening News. Dortmund handed him the number 7 shirt previously worn by Ousmane Dembele. Image, Reuters. For Sancho, the biggest was leaving his family, bar his dad Sean, who lives with him in Dortmund, behind. But being away from home has helped him mature while he has developed as a player from his increased exposure to first-team football. Crucially, he has taken his first steps in senior football away from the sort of intense scrutiny that previous English hot prospects have been under. Sancho made his England under-19s debut this week. Image, AFP. Exciting winger Sancho, who turns 18 on Sunday, said, "If I went to another English club, wherever I'd go, people would be talking. Some people can handle it, some people don't like it. I don't really like all the pasa hype. I just like to be in my zone, playing football." Sancho's decision to turn down a contract offer at City and join Dortmund, who first spotted him aged 14, raised some eyebrows. But Sancho said, "At City it is very hard to get into that first team. I wanted to move for opportunities and they, his advisors, close friends and families, understood because at the time there was Leroy Sane, Patrick Roberts on loan. I just thought Dortmund was the best team for me, knowing that young players impress people here. It shows because players like Ousmane Dembele, Christian Pulisic, Alexander Isak, what they are here doing is positive." Patrick Roberts cost City £12 million, but is on loan at Celtic again. Image, Manchester Evening News. Christian Pulisic has enjoyed his own meteoric rise at BVB. Image, AFP. Ousmane Dembele cost Barcelona £105 million last summer, 10 times what BVB paid in 2016. Image, Getty Images. Why England's young stars are looking abroad for their chance to shine. Vindication hasn't taken long to arrive for Sancho. He was handed the number 7 shirt vacated by Dembele following his £135 million move to Barcelona in an instant show of faith. And though he may have been Dortmund's big, new hope, Sancho endeared himself to his new teammates and coaches with a team-first attitude, rather than selfishly trying to justify the hype. In his early appearances for the under-19s, he quickly struck up a relationship with Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, among others, following his promotion to the first-team setup. Sancho is on his own rise to prominence. Image, Reuters. He used to help me after training, Sancho explained. We used to play competitions where whoever scored the least goals has 2 clean boots. It was just banter really. He's a nice person." World Cup winner Mario Götze has also made a big impression. "He has spoken to me a lot," Sancho said. "He thinks I'm a really good player, wants me to do well and express myself because he wants me to stay in the team." Mario Götze knows the trials and tribulations of rising at the Westfalenstadion. Image, Rex, Shutterstock. Sancho first got there in October, making his first team debut at Eintracht Frankfurt. "When I saw my name on the sheet in the squad, my heart was pounding," he recalled. A second cameo then followed against mighty Bayern Munich. "It was a big shock when the manager put me on for the last 10 minutes because we were losing," he said. "But if you are good enough you can play. I've seen everyone at Bayern play in the Champions League, like Lewandowski, Vidal, a lot of good players on that pitch at one time, so it was like, I'm here, be ready." Then came Wolfsburg's January visit when Sancho became the first Englishman to start a league game for Dortmund. Sancho makes his first start against Wolfsburg in January. Image, Borussia Dortmund. "I'm a history maker," said a proud Sancho, who capped a memorable period by being named the Bundesliga's best young player for January before an ankle injury checked his progress. Fit again, Sancho admitted, "I wasn't thinking this big," when he first started kicking a ball on the estate in Kennington, South London, where he grew up, dreaming of being a footballer, and later practiced skills he copied from his idol Ronaldinho alongside childhood friend and City youngster Giancarlo Pavetta. And, though Sancho has long been hailed as one of England's best youngsters, he insisted, "I didn't know I was good enough to be a pro growing up." Sancho playing for England under-16s. Image, Getty Images. Similar to Sancho, Chris Willock has left Arsenal to try his luck abroad. Image, Stuart McFarlane. Sancho became a World Cup winner in January. Image, FIFA via Getty Images. "When City came in for me at Watford, aged 14, it was all a shock. Why is a Cat 1 Academy Club City looking at a Cat 3 player when there are so many top players out there? But, despite his humility, Sancho has high standards too, which means he is not at Dortmund just for the ride. My aims for the rest of the season? I need to score my first goal. I hit the post on my full debut, hopefully get a few more assists, and then next season aim higher. High expectations. The standard is always up from the start, he said, lifting his hand above his head, so I have to keep focused. I've been like that from young. When I used to go to tournaments, my dad would say, MVP, are you willing to take that? Because there are other players wanting that trophy, and that has always made me play and work harder. I want to do the best I can here and make a name for myself, not just in youth football but here, at this level too.